The next presenter is Biren Sood, CEO of Vasona Networks, and he will talk about the video experience mostly. Biren, can we get started? Are you ready to go? Yes, that would be a good idea.
So that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we in the industry refer to as a long start delay. I noticed when I was asked to come up to speak, and you were all waiting for me to come to the stage, that some of you started shifting around nervously. In fact, Monica had to ask me a second time to come up and start my presentation. The reality is that waiting sucks, and that's what your subscribers do on your network every day. So there's a lot of talk in the industry today about customer experience. I hear it every day. And the key thing here is we can't let that talk just become another meaningless buzzword or buzz phrase. To our subscribers, the experience is simple. It either works or it doesn't work. There's no in between. And that's the real challenge that our industry faces today. So I'm Biren Sood, I'm the CEO of Vasona Networks, and thanks to GSMA for allowing me to speak today. So Vasona is a company that develops software that goes into the radio access network and addresses the congestion problem of applications where it mostly occurs, which is on that last mile, on that cell, the part between the phone and the cell towers. The experience that subscribers have when our software is deployed in the network is better video, faster web browsing, and an improvement in overall app performance. We do sit between the RAN and the core. We do sit in line. We do have a variety of different operators that have already deployed us. One of our announced customers is Telefonica in the London O2 system, but we also do have deployments in Delhi and Paris, in Mexico City, and in other countries and other cities around the world. So I'd like to, at this point, show a quick video of the kind of experience that your subscribers have when congestion is occurring in their network, in your network. So we'll start off with, this is your subscriber's mobile video, and they click on the rabbit video that they want to watch. And all of a sudden we have congestion, and we have the spinning wheel of death, as my kids call it. So why is this happening? Well, this is happening because if you look at the cell, you have a lot of different kinds of traffic. You have background, you have audio, you have video, and they're all competing. And in this particular case, the background is overwhelming the video, and it's consuming it, therefore you have a stall. With Vasona's technology, when we activate our traffic management technique, we're able to better balance the traffic across the entire cell. We recognize that certain kinds of traffic are more real-time and affect the consumer experience than others. A background update, when your app is updating, your phone is updating, tends not to be real time. You're not sitting there staring at it, waiting for it to complete. However, your video tends to be much more real time. So now we have Vasona active. We click on the rabbit video, and we have a very, very happy rabbit and a very, very happy subscriber. And that's effectively the type of experience that our software enables. So as you can tell, with our software, you also we provide to our customers very good insight into what's happening into their cells. At the individual subscriber level, at the individual application level, and we can tell you how well it's performing. The key of our solution is to balance the traffic during moments of congestion across the cell. Again, that choke point in the network, which is very scarce and very precious, the cell or the air interface. And the result is a better experience. And this is becoming more important for operators around the world. I think we all recognize, we've all seen statistics about how video is becoming more and more of the majority of the traffic. And as Monica mentioned earlier on, this is not a future issue. It's an issue of today. All of our customers are talking to us and saying, hey, I've got a video challenge today that I need to address, and I need a solution that can help me address that. And I think the reason these operators are asking us these questions is because they understand that the opportunity for video is huge. If delivered correctly, video can be a very immersive experience, a very great experience. And if it's not delivered correctly, it can be a very difficult experience for subscribers. So that's partly why we see a lot of operators getting into the video game. We see that AT&T purchased DirecTV, or they merged. That is a testament of the fact that video is becoming increasingly important for carriers around the world. So one of the great challenges that operators have is that video is becoming encrypted. So historically, a lot of the historical tools that were used to manage video are no longer appropriate or applicable because of the move to encryption. YouTube, Facebook, the vast majority, Netflix, the vast majority of video content providers on the internet have now encrypted their video. So all those tools that operators used to use are no longer useful. We see in our deployments around the world that encrypted video can represent up to 70% of all video traffic, and we expect that to continue to increase. So how do you manage it if you can't touch it or modify it? And by the way, touching it and modifying it, which is what was done in the past, is not necessarily the best thing to do because you're now reducing the bit rate, you're affecting the resolution, and you're resulting in a poor experience. So there has to be a better way to solve that problem, and that's where we would come in. There we go. So the way Vasona works is we manage all the traffic on the cell holistically. We look at the cell, we understand what users are on the cell, we understand what kinds of applications they're consuming on the cell, and then we manage the cell as a whole pipe. We recognize that certain kinds of traffic, like video, like web browsing, like social media, tend to be much more real-time in nature than other kinds of traffic, like if you're doing a download or a software update. That software update takes 2 seconds versus 4 seconds, you typically don't care. However, if video doesn't get the bit rate it needs, it stalls. You have the spinning wheel of death, and you have a very upset subscriber. So that is how we address the problem, by managing that entire cell. So let's see. So as I showed in the actual video itself, if it's not managed, applications can get very greedy, right? We saw that the software update application was consuming the cell and was resulting in a poor user experience for that video user. So at this point is where the network should really come in and arbitrate that situation, understand what the needs of the various applications are, that video is competing with the software update or download, and that the overall user experience for all the users in that cell would be better served by managing the traffic correctly and allocating the bandwidth and the bits that you need to that user at the time it needs it. And that's what Vasona enables. So the reality of the situation is that congestion is unavoidable. Congestion is occurring on your network today. You can keep throwing money at your network, and you will still have congestion. Data traffic is growing immensely quickly, I think, as we all know in this room. And you need to use cost-effective tools to manage that traffic in a smart way. And that's where Vasona comes in. And as I mentioned in the beginning, your subscribers, for them, it either works or it doesn't. And that's the challenge that we're all facing, and that's the solutions we have to bring to bear. Thank you.